Now I'd like to get up close and personal with the champion. Champion, I'd like to interview you. F-Zero TV, who has brought you heated race after heated race, will now present an interview with the champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. And that's all for adrenaline-driven F-Zero TV. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. Thank you for the interview. Next on F-Zero TV, we'll risk our lives to interview the champion. Champion, could we have a few words with you? This has been a Speed Crazy Dream Extravaganza episode of F-Zero TV. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. And there you have it, folks. Thank you for the interview. I see. Thank you for the interview. Thanks for your words of enthusiasm, champion. We're looking forward to it. Thank you for the interview. Thank you for the interview. We are all looking forward to seeing you in your next GP race. Thank you, champion. Unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye on F-Zero TV. Goodbye, everyone, and keep on racing. I see. Thanks for your words of enthusiasm, champion. Thank you for the interview. We're all looking forward to seeing you in your next GP race. I see. Thank you for the interview. I'd like to present this autograph to one lucky viewer on F-Zero TV. Here's the address. We'll take a look at that in a special program after F-Zero TV. Thank you for the interview. We're all looking forward to seeing you in your next GP race. Thank you for the interview. And thank you for the excellent race. I'd love to ride in that kind of machine just once in my life. You look lovely in that tiger print. Nobody could keep up with you. You have quite a colorful group of fans here today. Can we see your face? You'll be able to sleep well tonight. Are there any negative aspects to being a defender of justice? You're always with that owl, aren't you? Who is faster, you or your wife? Who do you consider your biggest rivals? What's the secret of your great driving style? What's the biggest animal you've brought down? We hear you're an excellent dancer. What a powerful, dynamic performance you gave us today. Not even Falcon could stop you. That was a great race. We look forward to the next one. Are there similarities between the F-Zero and your job-hunting beasts? Can you tell us how you became a world-class hunter? Do you have any dreams for the future? How did you find out about the F-Zero? Do you have any secrets you'd like to share with us? What are your dreams for the future? That was quite aggressive racing. No one could catch you. You defeated Black Shadow, your creator. What do you do when you're not racing? Are you going to donate some of your prize money to charity? What do you think of those drivers who break the race rules? How do you spend your time when you're not racing? A message for Captain Falcon? The Galactic Space Federation will try to have you arrested. A message for the racers you put in hospital? Once the interviews are done, the Grand Prix is over. You'll win the next Grand Prix too, then? Can you tell us something about your other interests? What do you plan to achieve through world domination? Congratulations on your stunning victory! There were a lot of dangerous racers out there today. Any advice for your rivals? What do you think of the other machines? A final message for the defeated Captain Falcon? We hear rumors that a giant F-Zero has been completed. Have you ever been tempted to give up F-Zero racing? Crazy Bear is a great machine. That's a great machine you've got there. Message for all your TV fans out there? Can you tell us why you became an F-Zero racer? What are your plans now that you've won? What was the key to your victory? The winner of the expert class. Congratulations! With all your skill as a racer, why have you chosen to be a mechanic? Your rivals are howling for revenge. Congratulations on your stunning victory. Can you tell us why you became an F-Zero racer? Your rivals are howling for revenge. How will you use the 1 billion space credits in prize money? That's a great machine you've got there. May I have your autograph, champ? What was the key to your victory? A message for all your TV fans out there? What else are you interested in? May I have your autograph, champ? You have quite an aggressive race strategy. How will you use the 1 billion space credits in prize money? The winner only receives one trophy. Which one of you will take it? The winner of the expert class. Congratulations! Could you introduce yourselves? What are your plans now you've won? Which one of you is the fastest? Do you have any other skills? We've heard that you're a martial arts specialist. Can you tell us about your father? Who do you respect most? What are your plans for the future? Can you tell us what kind of things you're interested in? Would you share your dreams with us? Have you had any fun lately? Do you have something you treasure? Is that your school badge? Do you believe in God? Are you interested in girls? What are your total assets? What else are you interested in? How does one become a financier like yourself? It's common knowledge that you've never been beaten. What's the biggest thing you've ever spent money on? Have you thought of taking up racing full-time? Are there any racers you'd definitely like to keep in the F-Zero? Do you have anything you pay attention to when you race? What are you interested in lately? Is there anything you wish you'd done in the F-Zero? What kind of race training do you do? Are you going to donate some of your prize money to charity? Who do you want to share your victory with? Listen to that crowd! Do you have anything to say to them? What are your dreams for the future? Are you moving towards mass production? Do androids have emotions? Your name is unusual. Where does it come from? What's the most important requirement for a racer? Where are you originally from? What kind of food do you like? What do you do when you're not racing? What do you do when you're not racing? Will you let us see your face? You were in a serious F-Zero crash, weren't you? Is it true that you're thinking of retiring? Don't you miss having a human form? I want to be a racer like you. Are you confident of defending this title? Some racers are saying your victory is a victory for science. Do you have a girlfriend? And is there anything you'd like to say to the racers you beat today? Do you have your eye on any of the other racers? What's it like in the land of the dead? Any advice for the other racers? What have you learned since you died? What's the first thing you want to do now you're back from the dead? We hear you have a lot of secret fans out there. Falcon looked pretty unhappy. Are you really the boss of a gang of thieves? We hear you're not a bad baseball pitcher. We're overwhelmed with young people who want to join your gang of thieves. What's your hair like under that helmet? What do you and your gang do exactly? There doesn't seem to be anyone who can beat you. Goro looked unhappy with the result. We hear you like to drink. What is it with you and Goro? Is there anything you're afraid of? Say hello to the citizens of the galaxy. If everyone were your fan, we'd have world peace, wouldn't we? You'll be defending your crown? A message for your fans who've supported you all this time? What do you do when you're not racing? Do you have any favorite words or saying? Do you have a girlfriend? What are your dreams for the future? What do you treasure most in life? Your rivals tried to get you as hard as ever. Who do you consider to be your closest rivals? Chance was smiling on you today. We expect no less from the Galactic Space Federation Star Racer. Do you ever feel like pulling out when the race gets dangerous? What is that insignia on your back? When there are no races, what do you do? You have a great mechanic. You won! There was a lot of dangerous driving today. What were you doing a year ago? There are some who say the rules need to be tightened to prevent accidents during the race. Are you confident of being able to defend your title? Are there any similarities between racing and the music world? Nice gloves! For the sake of the kids, you can't lose, can you? Tell us about the organization you belong to. What's a greater thrill, winning the Grand Prix or having one of your songs top the charts? You've made the children a promise. What are your hobbies? What do you do when you're not racing? Your machine's a beautiful color. What kind of guys do you like? And what else are you interested in? What do you do in your spare time? Any messages for the members of the Bloody Chain? Can you tell us something about the Bloody Chain? What do you do when you're not training? What are your favorite foods? What's the most important quality for an F-Zero driver? This was a race that will live in F-Zero history. Can you tell us what you value in life? I heard the justice of Mrs. Arrow is known for its severity. Your driving will live in F-Zero history. You're a very energetic 98-year-old. How did Super Arrow propose to you? The race was yours from the beginning. No one else stood a chance. What do you think of Super Arrow's racing? The rumor mill says you and your husband aren't getting on. That was quite aggressive racing. No one could catch you. You've been looking forward to victory for so long. Now you can retire. You're the man of the moment. We hear you'll be starring in a movie. Is being an octopus inconvenient? What would you like to do in the future? Tell us what's the secret of your longevity. How many times have you entered the Grand Prix? You're finally able to go back to your planet.
What are your plans for the next Grand Prix? We heard that you're a professional hitman. What are your other interests?
If you compared yourself to an animal, what would it be?
Aren't you ever afraid during races?
How do you spend your days off? You've defeated your old rival, Jody Summer.
They say the Galactic Space Federation is out to arrest you.
What kind of passengers make your job difficult? What's an important characteristic for a taxi driver? There must be a lot of people who want to ride in your cab. You've asked the boss of a cab company for a favor. What's your life like in the palace? What are a taxi driver's worst enemies? Nice suit.
What kind of food do you like?
What is your function as a robot? Isn't the F-Zero too hard for a princess? How does it feel to win the Grand Prix? What do you do with your free time? Isn't racing frightening? You've got a fantastic body. How do you keep it so beautiful? Can you say something to your fans? What would you consider your pride and joy? Any of the gentlemen racing take your fancy? You're quite an aggressive racer. You left everyone behind you. Your race showed your best robot qualities. What are your favorite foods? This is the birth of a new F-Zero hero. You're confident of defending this title, of course. What do you think of the Grand Prix? Can you tell us something about dinosaur beliefs? How was the race? What does it take to be a good delivery van driver? What do you think of the other racers? Is being a delivery driver dangerous? What will you do if someone turns up to claim the machine? How do you enjoy your life? Your driving technique is amazing.
Will you take your mask off? Any message for your rivals? Would you share your future dreams with us? What words do you draw inspiration from?
Don't you want to stay in this century?
Do you have a message for Captain Falcon?
Can you tell us what's going to be in fashion in the 29th century?
The Galactic Space Federation is banding together to have you arrested.
Are you glad you joined the Time Patrol? Could I join the Time Patrol? Does the F-Zero still exist in the 29th century? Who of the Time Patrol been chasing this time? Your driving technique is amazing. What do you treasure most in life? You're a great team. You have no rivals. Nice scarves you're wearing. Will you enter the Grand Prix again? You don't know the word impossible, do you? What advice do you have for other racers? What's your best magic trick? What did you think of the race? Tell us about your other interests. Were you born like this? The way you drive is an art form. Can you tell us what's important to you? You had quite an elite life as a doctor. Are you confident of defending this title? That's a nice scarf. Your years as a hermit have paid off. Any tips for drivers? What should we do to get a physique like yours? Can you tell us about your father? Not even Falcon could stop you. Are you confident of being able to defend this title? What do you think is important in F-Zero?
You've been inundated with requests to appear on TV. Which planet do you come from?
What do you consider to be your best features? You're quite the gentleman.
Tell us why you want to control the world. A message for your fans who've supported you all this time? A beautiful victory over the Arrows. What do you do in your spare time?